grow your business. So thank you so much for joining us wherever you are. And today we have a special guest, a big friend. Thank you so much for joining us today.
It's great to be here.
One of the most outstanding, transformational, inspirational coach in the planet is sitting next to me. Yes, my very good friend, Dan. So thank you so much, Dan, for being so polite to drop by and to have this amazing interview.
It's welcome. I wouldn't miss the opportunity of being around you, Harry, with your energy. Who could turn down sitting next to this guy, having a conversation?
Thank you so much, Dan, for joining. For you are get ready for a treat, because today we're gonna share some information amazing about how you can not only grow your business but do it in an impactful way. So, Dan, could you please, before we start with the steps, share a little bit about you, what you do, what has been your journey, what you're passionate about?
Yeah, sure. So, I'm known as Dan Warburton, and I'm a transformational coach, but I don't tell people that, because as time's gone on, I've realized that really nobody cares that I'm a transformational coach, and you can be honest about that. You don't care either. What you care about is what I can do for you, and this is what anybody will ever care about you, is what you can do for them. So what I say is I enable entrepreneurs, CEOs and business owners to create a financially successful work-life balance. That's it. And my whole life has been dedicated to empowering and enabling and, just enabling entrepreneurs and business owners to break through their challenge, break through their limits, and be able to create a lifestyle they absolutely love as an outcome of having a business that they love. And that's what I do.
Yes. And also, Dan, you have spoken several stages around the world. Can you please share with us, in the point of view, do you think that speaking in Singapore, even on our events, also here in London, in front of large audiences, do you think that this is a way, or do you think that becoming a motivational speaker can actually help you to grow your business? Or you think that there's also another ways that you can do the same thing? What's your view on this?
There's no one way to grow your business. I often thought, I really have to learn landing pages, and I have to learn Facebook marketing, or I need to become a speaker and speak on stage. And I always felt like I had to learn this next one thing that was going to make all the difference. And for me, what I've found is it's knowledge that I've gained from trying all these things has led me to finding the way that I've found to successfully grow my coaching business. And so what I'd say is, if you think that speaking is going to get you in front of the right people, and that through speaking you're going to be able to create the opportunities that's going to make all the difference that you want and desire for your business, then go for it. Become a speaker. If I was to give my own experience of being a speaker and what it's done for me, becoming a speaker has demanded me to have to really own my name, Dan Warburton. Like, when I get on stage, I need to walk like I'm really at peace and empowered and comfortable within myself, because on stage, all your mannerisms are laid out. If you're twitching or if you're a bit uncomfortable, then instantly you lose the trust of people. So I had to gain trust in myself and my abilities first before I could become a speaker. And that process happened through committing to becoming a speaker. And in the end, it took me around the world. I spoke in front of audiences of over 4,000 in Vietnam, India, Singapore, Malaysia, London. So it's been an incredible journey.
And then, Dan, now let's go to the questions about this interview. In your view, what would be the 5 steps that that people can use in order to grow a successful business, but also create an impact in the world?
Okay, so Harry and I worked a little bit to try and come up with the right title for this, because we wanted to give you the best value. And the thing I've learned, having now coached over 1,000 entrepreneurs, business owners, and ambitious people, I've discovered that those who have a really fulfilling, wonderful lifestyle are the ones who run a business that makes a real difference in the world. Like, I know a lot of property investors, and of course, there's many different ways of earning money. And I think that a lot of the property investors, they're making a lot of money, but what's missing for them is this feeling of making a real difference in the world. And of course, you could use those profits to then go impacting the things in the world that you feel deeply about. Absolutely. But what I've found is that the people whose work directly makes an impact in the world and makes them financially successful, it leaves them with this feeling of like they never need to work another day again, because they're so joyful in what they do and the rewards that they bring to people. So the first thing is you need to make sure that you're solving problems that are profitable. And when you're solving problems for people, you're making the world a better place. You're lifting somebody's life. You're taking them out of the challenges that they have. You're giving them a whole new future through your product and service. And it's incredibly rewarding when people start emailing you or contacting you, just say, thank you so much. My life wouldn't be like this if it wasn't for you. Thank you for what you've done for me. Thank you for what you've shown me. And can you imagine waking up every day with another text or another message from somebody getting a big breakthrough and solving a problem, and you know that you're the person that's enabled that for that person? There's nothing more fulfilling than that. And of course, the second part is we can all commit to solving problems for everyone, but they're not all profitable. And I find that the trick is to make sure that the problems that you solve are equally profitable, because then you solving those problems becomes sustainable and enjoyable, and you can just keep doing it all the time.
And then you have a business, right? A lot of people, there is a very interesting thing that people say that business is about solving problems, and everyone's always forget to add the last part of it, which is what you exactly talking about, is about solving problems that people are willing to pay for it. Solving problem is not enough. is solving a problem that it have a space in the marketplace that people can are willing and able to pay for it. That's the other thing. Sometimes you can be solving a problem, and I really want to do that, but I'm not able. I don't have the funds, right? So we have to be able to solve a problem in the business for people that are willing and also able to provide the funds. And this is something that, thank you so much. I think that the first tip is you put it on the dot there, because we need to speak clearly, right? And here we are giving you very, very good content for a reason. And remember the step number 1. This is Dan process. This is Dan advice. Yes, his step number 1 is make sure that you solve a problem that to people are big, very good,
painful. Like people are painful. Like they really want they want a solution for it, and that it's also profitable, meaning they're both willing and able to pay for the solution.
Excellent. And after we continue the first step, in your opinion, Dan, what will be the second step to grow a successful and impactful business in the world?
The second step is make sure that the problems that you're solving for people, you feel inspired to solve, right? Becoming wealthy in business is really a very small part of being in business, because if I'd have chosen to just make money, I would have made a lot more money in my life until I have now, I'm going to be honest. But the fact is just making money, like, so what? You've bought that nice car, you've got that dream house, you go on those 5 holidays, you drink sangrias, you do all that. It sounds wonderful, but I guarantee you, after a few months, few years, you get bored. You're not waking up every day with something to do that really lights you up and brings you joy. So the second part of this is make sure that the problems that you solve, you're inspired to solve. And when you look at it this way, there's enough room for everybody in this universe to have this gift of, the feel-good factor from solving problems, because everybody wants to solve different problems from other people. And when you pick that right thing, you'll wake up every single day absolutely unstoppable in your mission to go and solve that problem.
Yeah. And then Dan saying that, and all of you listen carefully, Dan is using one word, and the word is inspired. So a lot of people come and said, okay, that we are motivational speakers. So the issue with the motivational speakers is that people get motivated and after they got demotivated. But when you are inspired, it's a different thing.
It's
you transform yourself. You transform from a caterpillar to a butterfly, right? There is no way back from a butterfly to a caterpillar. And being inspired is gonna give you like the drive to go forward, right?
Absolutely.
So this word is key in this part.
Yeah, absolutely, it is key, because when you go into business, or for any of you that are watching this or experiencing business, you know that we plan and life happens. That's it. And nothing's going to go to plan. It's not. Everything's going to take so much longer than you thought, and the fact is you're going to hit things that's going to cause you to feel uninspired very quickly or demotivated. So you need to make sure that what you're committed to inspires you so much that through those difficult times, you stay in action in your commitment to find those problems that you can solve for people and to do whatever it takes to demonstrate to people that you can solve those problems. Because if you're not inspired, you're giving up.
Exactly.
You just give up.
You lose this willpower.
Absolutely.
So thank you so much. And now we are covering the topic 5 steps how to grow a successful and impactful business. And can you share with us, Dan, the third step?
The third step is be specialized. Find your niche. Let me give you an example of what I mean. Imagine there's a guy that has a BMW car and he wants to get his car fixed. And in front of him are 2 garages, and one of the garages says Citroen, Mercedes, Ford, Mustang, BMW, Ferrari, and all these other makes, and the one next to it says BMW Specialist. Which one do you feel more confident that the guys are going to know their stuff, have a lot more experience, and just generally have more confidence in their abilities to fix your car? It's going to be the BMW Specialist,
exactly.
Isn't it?
Dan, I just want to point something to you, because look who's saying you hello, Krishna. Krishna, as you see in the chat, he said, Harry and Dan, you look amazing. Krishna, thank you so much for commenting us. We miss you a lot. And thank you so much for watching our interview. Any question that you have for me and Dan, please feel free to do it. So we are discussing the topic, very, very hot topic, 5 steps how to grow your business in an impactful way.
Successful and impactful.
Successful and impactful way. So now we're going to share with you the 4th step that one of the greatest transformational coach in this planet, Krishna, is missing you, Harry, my brother. Thank you, Krishna. We miss you too. So Dan, share with us the 4th step.
The 4th step is don't copy others, be yourself. So once you've distinguished that this major problem that people have and that it's profitable and you're inspired to solve it, then you're already well on the way. You've got the energy and you're going for it. But then the next thing is don't copy what others do. If you want to be a speaker, try not to be Tony Robbins. Try not to be Harry Sardinas. Try not to be me either, right?
Be yourself.
And it doesn't matter what you do. If you try being or copying something or someone else, it will be awkward. It will be difficult, and you won't be able to maintain the fake act that long, and you'll just leave yourself exhausted. Instead, know that you're different, you're unique, there's only one of you, and the more at peace and comfortable you become with that and expressing all the things that you like and don't like, being honest about all things either way, obviously tactfully, the right time, the right place, but also in business, do things your way. As a coach, I've now discovered that I'm not into being on all the social media platforms. I'm now posting a lot less, and I've found ways of getting into conversation with ideal, really pinpointed, perfect clients of mine that I know I'll enjoy working with. And I'm doing this in a very stealth manner. I'm not even speaking on stages so much anymore. And I've found my way. And now I enjoy the client creation process so much more. So the same for you in your business. find your way of growing your business to be how you are, not anybody else's.
Yeah, thank you very much, Dan. And I agree with you with Krishna. Krishna is saying Dan is a great speaker. I concur that Krishna, 100%, one of the greatest speakers in the world. We really want him to do more of speaking. We miss you a lot on the stages here in London.
I'm sure I will be speaking on stages.
Even Krishna is saying there that when is your next event, Harry? We'd like to attend land with you guys. You guys are amazing. Yeah. We're looking forward to come back. It's going to be in April. Yeah, we're running one more speakers at least. We'll let you know. And then Royal Treasure is saying hi. Yeah, so hi to you as well. Royal Treasure, thank you for joining the interview. And we have the last question. The last step of the fifth step. 5 steps how to grow your business successfully and in an impactful way.
Yeah.
And so what would be the fifth step?
The fifth step, it's probably the statement that stayed with me better than any other statement I've ever heard around your business. And it's as simple as this. Just don't ever give up. Ever. That's it. You know, when it seems like nobody understands what you do, or you can't create the clients that you want, or you're stuck in a business that's tiring you, not enjoying, giving up basically is you choosing to settle for second best. It's choosing to not impact all the rest of those people's lives. It's choosing not to be able to live in that dream home. It's choosing to settle for whatever, you know, is dissatisfying in your life and saying goodbye to that dream future. So the secret is never have a plan B. Don't ever have anything second best that you can settle for. You know, for instance, as I've grown in business and found what inspires me, I've set the goalpost to be really close, and I'm choosing to kick the football from a long way away to get them through those posts. But I will not move anything because I'm not interested to earn money unless what I do makes a real difference in the world, because that gives me the feeling of inspiration, and I'm not settling for anything less than that. So having set that, and now I've committed to it, that's it. Anything else but living that lifestyle, or the lifestyle that having that business makes possible, isn't going to fulfill me, isn't going to make me happy. Yeah. So then I've chosen it, and you commit to it, and you just never ever give up, and you just keep moving forward towards it every day. When you're tired, you rest, but you always get up and keep moving again.
Yes, and Krishna is saying there, yes, never give up on your dream and dream big. Yes, Krishna, dreaming big. Yes, and we're missing you a lot. Thank you so much for your support, for watching the interview. And then we were talking about before the interview, like for us, for example, right? Before this global pandemic, we have like an event planned to a big event in Singapore. We have an event planned in Ireland. We have events planned in Dubai. Already the marketing budget was there. The advertising already was running thousands of pounds. And all of a sudden, we get this lockdown, and we had the pleasure to be together in your wedding in Malaysia
just before it happened.
And we supposed to go. The plan was go to the dance wedding in Malaysia and then go to the speaking event that we had in Singapore, right?
Yeah.
So, but what happened? We went to the wedding, which was amazing. Yes, and if you want to see the wedding of Dan, we're gonna put a link for the YouTube channel with the partner, and you can experience an amazing video the wedding. And please subscribe to Sophia's channel as well. Yes, we're gonna put the link down. It's an amazing channel. Yes,
Sophia's my wife, and Harry's gonna put a link to her channel.
Yes. So beautiful family, and they have an amazing YouTube channel as well. So please, everyone, subscribe to the channel and support Dan and Sophia and the amazing Ariana. Yeah. And then the other thing that Krishna says, flying to Dubai tomorrow. Okay, I might call you. I have a couple of friends that I can introduce you there. So the whole thing is that we have everything planned, and all of a sudden
everything fell apart.
And as an entrepreneur, like we were speaking on the stage all the time, now there is no stage. There is this something. I don't even know how that thing works. and I'm like, I need to see people. I cannot run these trainings, run these interviews in front of the camera, and the transformation process that we all have to do to being in business, to reinvent ourselves.
Yeah.
And today we are broadcasting from our house in London, and I think that we reach pretty standard quality, we can say, right?
Yeah.
And so all this has been a learning curve. So this is very important in your don't never give up, right? It was very easy. It was very easy for us, or maybe for you as well. You know, everything fall apart. You know, see, I'm quitting and finding a job and doing this. I'm giving up, but we find a way to reinvent ourselves. And now a new version of us is coming now, because now the events are again, but now we're doing it in different ways, because there is a process of evolution now. Now we are thinking that we're going to do the events in Zoom as well as live from downstairs in our facility. We're going to connect in Zoom so we can project live and global at the same time, right?
Yeah.
So business, the situation changed. It was no plan for anyone, but this don't give up, find the solution. I think it's something that the entrepreneurs needs to have.
Yeah, for many years, people didn't understand what I did. Like, what's transformational coaching?
Exactly, yeah.
You know, and I've just carried on doing whatever it takes to have people experience it. Like, you know, I gave away, you know, half an hour, even 2-hour experiences for people to gain a real breakthrough and to then experience themselves succeeding. And then when they got it and they saw it, then they understood it.
Exactly.
But I had to be like determined and never give up and keep trying to help people solve their challenges at a level of mindset that would then have them succeed in a whole new level in business and in growing their business. And I had to keep doing that and trying it out and have people experience it. And once they experience it and they got it, it's taken me a few years, and now things are really moving nicely. Yeah. But if I'd have given up, that's it. I mean, I don't know what I'd be doing.
Anything that you would like to share, Dan, in the particular subject of how to grow a coaching business?
Yeah.
Any difference that you think in how to grow a successful and impactful business, and how to grow a successful and impactful coaching business?
Yeah.
So what would you do? What's your view on this?
I mean, being a coach is hugely impactful because coaching works. I mean, people succeed in ways that they would never have succeeded had they not received coaching. So it's absolutely impactful, and it's profitable because you're solving genuinely big problems that people are willing to invest in. And if you coach the right people, they've absolutely got the capital to invest it. So it's a brilliant thing to create. So there's many certifications, there's many qualifications. You can go away, you can train to be a coach, but at the end of it, none of them is going to show you how to create clients. You need to go on another course and another program that teaches you how to create clients. But even then, they're very fluffy, and they're teaching you social media strategies, but social media is evolving and changing so fast that you can never stay on top of it. So to break it down into the simplest terms, if you want to grow an impactful and successful coaching business, conversations. That's it. So what I did to get my coaching business going was, it was January 2016, so just over 5.5 years ago. And my dad had said, what is this transformational thing that you do? And I said, well, let's sit down, I'll tell you about it. So in this conversation, I guided him to discover that his life was on autopilot, it was automatic. So he woke up every day and he just did the same thing every day. And then I said, Dad, you're on automatic. You're not creating your future. You're just surviving what you have around you. And he said, you can't tell me that. You're a youngster. I'm your father. You can't tell me things like this. And I was able, because of the year's training and in communication, I was able to not respond, not react, and just breathe. And then he said, oh my God, you're right.
I got it.
I have just been on autopilot and not creating anything new. And he said, bloody hell, Sunshine, you're very good at this. You thought about doing this professionally. So that was January 2016. And then straight after that, you know, I said, you know, I'm going to go for it, because 2 other friends had said you should be a coach as well. So the first thing I did was I got my phone and I went into my contacts and I went, first person, just phone them up. Said, hi, how you doing? This might seem a bit strange. I've got your number in my phone, but I can't remember where we met. And I'm just going through my phone numbers and I just want to clear them up and just kind of know, who have I got here? Who do you know? Where do you come from? Where do you live? And then eventually, oh yeah, we met at that event. It's really great. Oh, fantastic. And so I'm going to keep your number. And also, just out of interest, I'm also going through my contacts and just letting people know that I'm offering transformational coaching to enable entrepreneurs, business owners and CEOs to become extraordinarily successful. Do you know anyone who might be interested in having a conversation with me to experience a breakthrough in this, which I'm giving away absolutely for people to just experience what I do? And quite often they said, it's funny you've called me. I was thinking of starting a business, or, you know, it's funny you called me. I've been in business a while, but I'm struggling with this, struggling with that. And then I said, okay, well, why don't we schedule this in? Have you got your diary with you? Yeah, great. Are you free Wednesday next week? 2 p.m., 3 p.m.? 3 p.m. Okay, great. So that's scheduled in. I've got your number. I will text you the details. You've just got some questions you need to fill out and be ready with a pen and paper. Are you ready? Fantastic. Great. So I'll see you then. Hang up. Next number. Call it. And I called everyone, my whole phone book, even people that were like, I knew walked my next door neighbour's dog, just to say, hey, Ron, I'm just calling everyone in my phone book. I know this sounds really weird, but I'm now a transformational coach that helps business owners succeed. So if you know anyone that wants to really succeed in their business, just think of me and I'm ready to have a conversation with them. And I told everybody, by the time I got to the end of my phone book, I'd made £7,900 in sales.
Wow.
That was within 7 days without leaving my house or anything, after I made the decision of becoming a coach.
That's fantastic.
That's it.
And the thing about this, Dan, because I have experienced the coaching session myself.
You did. You were one of those early people.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I have a huge breakthrough, right? And this is my second question around this topic, right? How you become the excellent, amazing coach that you are, right? I have to share with you guys that before the coaches, right? It used to be the athletes. So the athletes they win a gold medal, and why they say, okay, thank you to my coach, right? So basically, the athletes was using a coach, a mentor, to train, and now coaching has been globally adapted, not only to sports, but actually to business, to the society. And every year, people are more aware of coaching. So coaching is actually a growing market, because is something that when Dan was speaking at the beginning of the interview, make sure that you have a big niche that is good size, right? Coaching is growing in a direction that there is more and more demand for it, because people are more aware of that. People are more aware, and the multimillionaires, they don't have one coach, they have 20 or 30 around. Yes, one specific for each thing. That's why they're successful, is because they are able to have the right coach next to it, in marketing, in health, in relationship, in business growth, right? So but how you become an amazing coach, a coach that because when I remember this was a long time ago when I had my session with you, it was a huge breakthrough. Lily, my partner, has been session with you. A lot of our students from speakers and leaders and our personal friends, and the result is always the same, that they have a huge breakthrough, life-changing insight. So how you make that happen, how you prepare yourself for it, how this happen? Can anybody do it? Do you need a special talent? What is the reality behind of how you become a great coach? What is it? Do I need to study? Do I need to pay £100,000 in training? What I need to do, or what people need to do to become an amazing, understanding coach, that every time that you deliver a session, everybody have the same outcome that people have when they have a session with you?
So the thing to get is that the skill of coaching is made up of a series of communication skills, which are things like listening. So when somebody says, oh, I'm so tired, well, are they saying that they're actually tired, or is there something going on? And so you would ask, I hear that you're tired. So that's listening, and then speaking back in a way that has them feel heard. Now that person feels heard, like you get that they feel tired. And then you ask, what is it that's causing you to feel tired? Well, it's my job. What about your job? And you say, oh, wow, I've got this one boss. Okay, and what is it that you find difficult with that boss? Well, he always asks me to do this by this time in this way, and unless I do this by this way in this time, he's like this to me. And I said, okay, so have you tried asking him for support? So now you've understood the situation. Now you give them a suggestion. You don't advise because you're not a consultant. You give a suggestion as to something they could try. And in their mind, that might open up something they've never done before, never thought of. And at that point, they say, oh, I can't speak to this boss. And then you could ask, well, are there any other jobs out there that you could do that would give you the same level of satisfaction but probably pay you more? Have you thought about that? So then instantly, this person's been dealing with this one problem right in front of them, and then just that one thing makes them go, oh my god, why am I doing this? I don't need to be in this job my whole life. I can go and do something else. And then you can guide them in, right, what actions are you going to take next? And you have them come up with the answer. You don't tell them the answers. So I'm going to look in this newspaper, I'm going to do this, do that. Okay, great. Then what are you going to do? Well, I'm then going to chase them up. Okay, fantastic. Let's speak the week after. So as you can see in everything I'm saying here, do I need to be particularly knowledgeable about anything? No. Do I need to know stuff? No. To be a skillful coach that enables people to have a massive breakthrough, you need to have absolute confidence in yourself. In other words, you need to be so aware of all those little voices of doubt in your own mind, all those things that cause you to worry and overthink. You need to be in power of them so that when you're in conversation with somebody, they don't come up in conversation at all. You never find yourself wishing this person liked you or thought you were wonderful or impressed by you. And the reason is because as soon as that's there, you can't be honest with people. And as a coach, people are primarily paying you to be more honest and more direct than they've ever had anyone else in their life be with them. Exactly. And to get to that, you've got to do self-development and transformational work to break free of all these things in your mind that cause you to flinch or feel like self-doubt or worried or all these things that could come up in a conversation. Because if you don't solve those things in you and you hold somebody to account over how they're letting themselves down by not taking the actions that are important, and you're doing that in your own life, half of the things they reply is just going to trigger you, and then you just end up in an argument. And then you end up in a who's right and who's wrong, and then you end up ending this session and nobody gets a breakthrough and doesn't go anywhere. So you need to do whatever it takes to get to that point. And for Harry and me, what's been amazing is Landmark worldwide. And for a little bit of money, they create these amazing dynamics where you get to coach each other, practice coaching. And I know there's other coaching programs out there where you have to get a certain number of hours in practicing coaching people. So it's the mixture of the two. It's doing the work on yourself to break through all those things that's holding you back from being really free, fully expressed and empowered. And then also just practicing being in conversation one after the other, doing and saying whatever it takes, and in such a way that it has people have an epic breakthrough.
Exactly.
And that's how you get there.
Exactly. I agree with you, Dan, in the way that you see one of the biggest elements to be an excellent coach is what you said, have a great communication skills.
Yeah.
And that doesn't mean that you talk too much. I think otherwise.
Yeah.
Be a good listener.
You're a listener more than anything.
You have to be a good listener, and the way that you open this suggestion, like you just did, right?
Yeah.
In the example that you just articulate here, to have the skill set.
Yeah.
To
have communication.
Yeah. To open the right suggestion at the right time.
Yeah.
When it's appropriated, because if you do it before, if you do it after, again,
you miss a window where they can have a breakthrough.
window that they can have a breakthrough.
Yeah.
Yes, and I agree with you. I think that the best way to do it is practice it and coaching thousands and thousands of people. Yeah. Every time that Dan does a session, everybody's, wow, that is amazing. But what you guys need to know is that he had done thousands, literally thousands of these sessions. Yeah. So that's why he's good at it, right?
Yeah.
So everyone can be an excellent coach like Dan. Everyone can grow an excellent coach in business. Everyone can, with today what we share, the 5 steps how to grow a successful and impactful business, everyone can do it. It's just a skill base. You don't really need the talent. Yes, that I have my cousin that my cousin is a painter, right? He paints art. Yes, okay, so you're an artist. Okay, you need certain talent to paint that. But what we do, coaching, training, is a skill base. So what that means is like driving. The more you practice, the better you become.
Yeah.
So sometimes, like, you driving, you don't feel like you're driving, you're speaking on the phone, you're doing something else. It's already in the back of your mind because you have done it so much that you are very good at it. And
also it's not just something that you've practiced and done a lot, like coaching others. To become a skillful coach, you do the opposite of what you do in virtually all other professions. In most other professions, you're always learning more information and learning more knowledge and learning how to apply it. To become a coach, you're doing the opposite. You're unlearning everything that's holding you back. Who's to say that you're not almighty and powerful? It's only your own opinion of that. So if there's any opinion that you're not almighty and powerful, you cannot be almighty and powerful. So you need to work out and discover, where does that thinking, I'm not almighty and powerful, where does that come from? Who created it? Who invented it? And when you really see that statement for what it is, it vanishes. And all of a sudden, could I be almighty and powerful? Well, why not? As a commitment, as a way of being, I can be that. I can choose to practice showing up as that moment by moment by moment. And all of a sudden, that now enables us to access a completely new future of opportunities, wealth, and doors opening, because we start showing up in that new way. But we can't show up in that new way if we're thinking something that counteracts it. And the same in coaching. You can't guide anyone to have a big breakthrough if you're in your head wiring what you're thinking, of you're getting it right or getting it wrong, or what they think. Do they like me? Do they not? And all of that. You can't coach. So it's the unlearning is actually the skill.
And this is a very powerful concept, yes, because everybody's trying to learn and learn, but to become a powerful coach, you have to have the skill of unlearning. And this is the most challenging thing in this planet. Like, you have to be, as a coach, able to, when you're coaching someone, you have to come from nothing.
Yeah, that's right.
You're speaking with the person with the white canvas, and both of you, what you can do is create, and it's all white. And this is very challenging because a lot of coaches, they are spending a lot of money. They have qualification A, B, C, D, and they keep learning and learning and learning. And I agree 100% with you that all that learning at the time of coaching, right, and help them, is working against them, because it's to be a great coach, you have to unlearn and be with the person, and listen to the person, and be so present that you can do the right suggestion at the right time.
That's right.
And for that, the less you know, the better.
Exactly. And it's come from nothing, meaning speak from nothing, but also listen from nothing. Don't listen with any kind of judgment. If somebody says, my dad is an absolute idiot, he's really impossible, that is their truth. That's their real experience of their father in that moment, in that conversation. And in that moment, all there is to do is to listen, to get that that's their experience, and even maybe acknowledge them and say, well done for just saying that out loud. And for just really
took a lot to do it.
Yeah, just to say that that's exactly what you got going on and that's how you feel. Well done. You know, whereas if you look at things like counselling or psychology, you know, they're taught to go, and it leaves like nowhere next, no indication for where that person is supposed to go next in that conversation. And whereas with coaching, you're basically playing a hotter, colder game. Hotter meaning you're getting closer to the breakthrough, colder meaning you're getting further away. And you can basically suggest whether they're on track or not by how you respond. So by me simply saying, well done for saying that out loud, is saying to them, you're on track, keep going. And it then gives them confidence to then speak more about what they've got going on. You know, whereas if we were to judge that person and to say, well, that's a bit harsh, isn't it, about your dad? You've got an opinion about it. That's exactly. It. You've lost the conversation. Exactly. They're not going to go anywhere with that.
That's it. This is the exact way to deviate yourself to the breakthrough that you want to experience for the person, which is in the first place what we have in the session on the first place. Yes. So as I promised you, today you were for a treat with one of the greatest, not only transformational coaches in this planet, but also one of the greatest speakers that you have ever met, right? And if you want to try it out, just invite him to speak on the stage, and you will see you won't regret. He has spoken on our stages international several times, in Singapore, in London, several times in front of large audiences, and having really great success. We're looking forward to see you in our international stages again. We really want you to see you more on a stage. I know that the moment you're working with high-end clients, and you have a family now, you have an amazing, so beautiful daughter, but time to time will be a pleasure for us and for to see you in our stage. So thank you so much, Dan. Thank you for coming, and thank you for you guys for watching, for supporting us and commenting in Facebook.